Hoi hoi hoi, it's louisity again, and it's that time of the month where we plan our monthly TBR for this time for April 2025 TBR using the alphabet TBR game. Hurrah! So, I hear folks saying that time flies fast. Yes, it's that time again, like a quarter of 2025 is about to pass, and here we are going to April 2025. Now, I hope that I'll have a better reading month because for March, the books that I read, most of them at this moment were kind of lukewarm, kind of like bland, or they weren't really, tasty if they were food. So, yeah. You folks know what I mean. They weren't delicious if they were converted to food. They weren't scrumptious. If they were like converted to food. So I want to use a lot of those words, kind of like, share what I know in terms of vocabulary. But anyway, I'm hoping that I'll have a better reading month in April. So how does my alphabet TBR game work? So every month I'll be having 4 picks, so basically they are all coming from 4 different prompts through like an alphabet TBR game. So like the alphabet TBR, there's a jar containing 26 letters, basically the letters of the English alphabet, and each alphabet has a corresponding prompt. I'll be having 4 prompts because that's kind of like what I can do, want to be kind to myself. Basically, I'll be picking a book for each prompt. Now, I can combine them if I want to. Like, I can combine prompts for one book, whatever I want to. But basically, we are going to start with 4 picks or 4 prompts. So, and then most likely we will have 4 books, or if I would combine, it may differ. And here's the catch. For example, I picked a letter that I already picked last month. I'm going to have to add another pick or another prompt. Or if I pick like consecutive letters, so say for example, for pick number 2, I pick letter T, and then I pick letter S or U for pick number 3, then I'm going to have to add another pick or prompt. And because I'm nice to myself, I'm going to limit it up to 8 picks. So regardless of whatever happens, let's just keep it at 8 or 8 books at the max, because I gotta be kind to myself. I know my reading pace, so yeah. There's that. So hopefully the rules are clear. I was a bit rambly, pardon me. You can also watch my previous alphabet TBR games. Maybe some of the instructions will be clearer for you. But pretty much that's how it goes, and you'll probably see it, how the game works as we go through the prompts and the picks as you watch this video. So please stay tuned and continue watching this video. Without further ado, let us begin. Before we identify the books that will be chosen for my April 2025 TBR through my alphabet TBR game, let's have a recap of the books that were chosen for March 2025. So, for letter H, which is a random/mood read, I chose The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan, and as you can see, I'm currently in the middle of it. Hopefully I get to finish it by March 2025, otherwise I'll be carrying it over to April 2025. For letter I, which is legal thriller, letter J, TBR jar pick, and letter C, which is nature in the cover, I chose The Client by John Grisham. Now, I started with this a little bit, not too far, like super near from the beginning, and I don't think that I'll be able to finish it this March, so I guess it will be carried over to April 2025. But if there's some miracle, then that's going to be great. Letter Z is a new to me author, and I chose Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and I read this. Letter E is a book that starts with a letter L, and I chose Life After Life by Kate Atkinson, and I read this. So, without further ado, let us head on to the picks/prompts for the April 2025 TBR, courtesy of the alphabet TBR game. Letter R. Pick number 1 is letter R, which is a Richard pick. As you can see from this image, I asked him to choose between Amari and The Great Game, and also The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. And I kind of knew what he was going to pick, but I still want to kind of like confirm, or still maybe something might surprise me. And I decided to choose between these two fantasy books because I felt like, I'm kind of in the mood to continue with the other one, but then I kind of want to push it a little quicker with the other one. And Richard chose The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan, which means I'm going to be going a little bit quicker with the Trials of the Apollo series. As you can tell, I chose The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan for March 2025, and that was like a mood read. So I'm definitely excited, and I'm definitely happy and looking forward to progress with the series, and we'll see if I'll be progressing any sooner after The Dark Prophecy. I've been enjoying The Hidden Oracle so far, so hopefully this is going to be a blast. Letter A. Pick number 2, which is letter A, which is a book that does not start with an A and or the, basically any of the English articles, and I chose This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. It's been years since I read a Sarah Dessen book, and I am kind of in the mood for some contemporary romance, teen slash YA contemporary romance kind of book, and hopefully my tastes will live up, because I know that I've enjoyed some of Sarah Dessen's works in the past. That summer I really enjoyed that one. That was really memorable. If you know the movie How to Deal, the movie is loosely based on That Summer and Someone Like You, so yeah. And hopefully getting into this, I would still enjoy it, I would still appreciate it, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah. Letter X. Letter X is another chance author now. It's pretty interesting that I've been picking this prompt kind of every now and then, and basically the author that I chose is kind of I've read this work kind of recently and I didn't really like it, and I felt like it's a little too soon for me to give this author a chance, But basically, how does it go? Because folks know about kind of my reading taste. It's either this book belongs to Pam or Pam's Shenanigans. Feel free to check out their channels, by the way. That recommended me a book by V. Schwab that I might enjoy. So I decided to take a risk and take their advice, heed their advice, and choose Vicious by V. Schwab. So yeah, they recommended this book, and I know it's kind of soon for me to give V. Schwab a chance, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes when I pick letter X or give another chance to another author, sometimes I'm like, actually it's pretty good, and sometimes I'm like, I'm right, I'm not going to give another chance to this author again. So we'll see how the future or time holds, and how I'll feel about Vicious by V. Schwab. Letter M. Yeah. And finally, pick number 4, which is letter M, which is a mother pick. As you can see from the previous clip, my mom chose Moy Moy Lulumboy, Ang Lihim ng Libro by Segundo Matias Jr. Now, my mom chose this randomly. She hasn't read any of the books that I asked her to pick, but yeah, she decided to pick this one probably because of the cover. She is kind of like into magenta, so kind of like the colors are close to it probably. But anyway, I'm so happy that my mom picked this. I've been thinking about like moving forward with this series, and you folks know that I enjoy Moy Moy Lulumboy. It's one of my favorite Filipino fantasy series, middle grade slash preteen, and a bit of like YA slash teen series, because kind of like when you progress the book, it gets a little bit more mature and more suitable for, you know, teenagers more than like middle grade or preteens. Like that's how I have found, you know, the books, the succeeding books, but still they're enjoyable. And you know, if you're going to be asking a younger person to read a book that is intended for older people, please, you know, let them read, but guide them as they read. You know, there's got to be some parental or, you know, elderly guidance, if that's a better way to like put it. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get back into this world. And after this, I only have one book left to like read, and hopefully I get to acquire that one. I've been trying to search for it in different bookstores here in the Philippines, and I am indeed hoping to buy that one. So I'm definitely excited to read the 5th book in the Moy Moy Lulumboy series, Moy Moy Lulumboy, Ang Lihim ng Libro. So these are some of the books that I want to read in April 2025. Feel free to comment down below the books that you plan or want to read in April 2025, or you know, you can comment down below the books that you recently acquired, or if there's none, you can just think about the book that comes into your mind as you leave a comment, like kind of like what you think about reading, or basically, you know, simply think about like something that you just, you know, that's just like wrapped around your head, if that like make any sense. And if you've made it this far, leave a popcorn emoji. So, I hope you folks liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon somewhere down there to keep yourselves posted about my videos. And also put down links and handles on my social media accounts, so feel free to check me out and follow me there and support me there as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. Always be thankful and unleash the reader in you. Bye, y'all.